Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is your boy Chew, coming back at you with another Rise of Kings video. And today, what you are looking at is me hitting a barb fort. That's it. No, I'm just kidding. Today we're going to be talking about farm accounts, okay? So what I'm doing here is, you see me hitting a barb fort. What I see is me going to town with a ton of my farm accounts, okay? So, for those of you that don't know, I am adamant, very adamant on farms, okay? I log onto my farms 2 to 3 times a day, okay? I don't log onto one farm 2 to 3 times a day. I don't log onto 2 farms 2 to 3 times a day. I log onto 20 farm accounts 2 to 3 times a day, minimum, okay? Minimum. If I'm off, it's a weekend, I will probably log on more. But I log on my farm accounts like crazy, and I suggest you do the same. Now, that being said, why am I hitting barb forts with my farm accounts? Well, some would be like, oh, you're just getting rid of your AP. Yes and no. I am collecting what is here, okay? These level 2 resource packs. Every time I hit a barb fort on my main account, I'm getting 63 resource packs every single time. This is a one that I actually forgot to fill, but actually maybe this is a 1-in-1. Perfect. Now we can actually talk about this too. So, it is the off season for me. So what I'm doing is just doing a ton of barb forts for speed ups for the kingdom, okay? I do a ton of barb forts in the main alliance, and then whenever I'm done with that, I will fill up my AP bar and do it in the farm account alliance, okay? So my kingdom requires us to do 15 barb forts every single day. Every day. If you are not in my like competitive kingdom and you still want to run it down with farms, I highly suggest that you do barb forts with your farms, or have a farm high enough level to do barb forts by itself without having like your main troops from your main main account. Goodness me, I cannot speak today. But some of you might be asking, Chew, why do you have 20 farm accounts? That's crazy. That's insane. I'm getting another 20, by the way. I will be migrating here in like less than 2 weeks. And on each of my accounts, I made 2 new farm accounts, okay? These 2 don't really get played as much because it's on my main account. So I highly suggest that you have a bunch of emails and then do it this way, where you have separate farm accounts on a separate email. That way you can have your main account here. But I didn't set that up, and I'm just kind of sticking with it. Now, why do I have 20 farm accounts? Now, if you didn't hear me, I get 60 of those level 2 resource packs from each account that joins a rally, okay? If I have 20 accounts in a rally, that's 1,200 level 2 resource packs, okay? 1,200 of those guys, of food, of wood, of stone. I was hoping it was gonna be gold. That'd been crazy. Anyhow, I'm getting 60 of these guys every time I do a fort. And another thing to note is this is in my bag, okay? It's like if my farm accounts get hit, whatever I have on hand, my 200 million of each resource up here, 100 million of stone and gold, this can be stolen from me, okay? Whatever's in my bag can't be taken. So if my farm accounts get hit and they have 42,000 level 2 resource packs in the bag, that's fine. Who cares? You know, like it is what it is, because they can't be taken from me, okay? That's one awesome thing about the bag resources that you're getting here from forts. Another thing is the speeds. Speeds are a different story for a different day, and I'll explain to you why I have speed ups on my farms and why I stash them. But resources are insane. So across all of my accounts, every time I do a barb fort, if the resources were split up evenly, because you saw, this is going to give me food, wood, or stone, okay? Let's just say it was a even split across the board on all 4 resource types. I'd be getting about 3 million food and wood, 2.25 million stone, and 1.5 million gold. Every time I do a fort. Every time. Every time I run a fort, I'm getting 6 million resources. It takes 5 minutes to run a fort. If I'm gathering resources, I can gather 1.4 million resources in the span of maybe 2 hours if I started fresh. I'm getting that in 5 minutes. 6 million, not even 1.4, 6 million resources in 5 minutes. And if I'm gonna do that across the entire AP bar all day long, which is about 20 forts, give or take. Usually you can get a little bit more, but if you're just doing 10 forts in the morning and 10 at night, you get 20 forts in throughout the day. you're getting 135 million resources mixed. Okay, so food, wood, stone, gold, etc. In the bag. Every day, 135 million resources. Can you gather 135 million resources in a day? No. You can do it if you're doing forts. That is, I mean, it's insane. It's insane. And that's why I'm making a ton more accounts whenever I get to my new kingdom. So I'm leveling them up now. But imagine double that. 250 million resources every day from forts? That's insane. Absolutely crazy. And it takes a second to join a fort. It is not long at all. Look, here. I'll queue up a 5-minute fort real quick. Let me find one. It's level 10. Perfect. I usually do level 10 or level 9. If I'm doing level 9, each account is getting like 53 of these. So I try and do level 10s if I can. If not, 53 of these is just fine as well. Okay? But I'm going to queue it up. I do infantry and cavalry because my farm accounts, again, they're lower level. They're not going to have 50,000 tier 4 infantry, but they might have it mixed. Okay? So I'll do it mixed, which is fine because this is my main account. My main account's going to absolutely destroy the thing, even if 2 people joined it. You know, 1+1 is easy. You know, 1+1 rallies, not math over here. But I'll queue this up, and on my other screen here, I have what is called BlueStacks open, so it allows me to join on plenty of accounts. So I'll leave this up so y'all can see me joining. So I'll start the first one, and I'll swap to my other character. And again, it doesn't need to have a lot of troops either. Like, have a farm send out 10,000. It is what it is. As long as you hit that like 450, 500,000 troop mark, you're going to destroy that rally. Or that fort, I'm sorry. Just queue it up. And it takes, I mean, literally, it's less than 10 seconds per each farm account to just click and send. Swap account, click, send. Very fast. Click, send. Sorry, now I'm kind of like locked in over here on my other screen, not talking. So every time I do this, again, 135 million resources. I'm sorry, over the course of a day. 6 million resources every time I do a fort, which again, still nutty number, right? An insane amount of resources every day that cannot be stolen unless you open them, okay? So keep that in mind as well. That's another big kicker, is that farm accounts can get hit because farm accounts aren't strong, right? If you don't open your resources, your farm account doesn't look as, you know, appealing to be hit. So keep that in mind. And then if your farm account does get hit, you still have a bunch of resources in the bag. So that's one big thing as why I do forts every day on my farm accounts. Is it kind of insane? Yeah, it is. I'm not going to deny it. It's a little crazy, you know. But even then, let's talk about gathering of resources, okay? If I were to log into my 20 accounts, let's just keep it that way, because real life statistics, I have numbers in front of me. If I log into my 20 accounts once every day and I'm gathering food for that day, I can pull down 140 million resources with each of my accounts having 5 marches easily. And it does not take long to log into these accounts and send out a gather. It takes a few seconds, maybe a minute tops, to log in and send out your gathering, okay? If you, again, have a little system called BlueStacks, you can open up 20 accounts all under different emails. So that's a big thing, is why I'm saying do different emails. And you can just have them all across your screen, okay? BlueStacks allows you to do that. Highly recommend it if you have not tried it out before. It is what physically allows me to even function whenever I'm doing my farm accounts. If I was doing this on one device, it would be terrible. It would be nowhere close to the numbers that I'm pulling down now. So BlueStacks is a big hitter for that. But I'm done. I think that's all my accounts, minus this last one. So all of my accounts are in the fort, and there's still a minute remaining. Okay, 1.8 million troops in the fort. I sent them all out within 3 minutes. Okay, if you can't join a fort and swap accounts, that being said as well, because I was swapping accounts as I was doing it. It wasn't all different instances open it up. Swapping accounts also took me 3 minutes, okay, to join this for 6 million resources. 3 minutes, that's 2 million resources per minute, okay? That's nutty. It's absolutely insane. So highly recommend you trying to do forts every day on your farm accounts if you can. And for those of you that are like, what, shoot, you really have 20 farm accounts? Yes, they're here, all spread out. Now, gathering of resources, let's go back to this. If I'm gonna send up my gatherers 1 times a day for 20 accounts and they each have 5 marches, I'm pulling down 140 million food or wood. If you're focusing on stone that day, you're pulling down 100 million stone. Gold, 47 million gold, okay? Round up, 50 million gold for the day. That's logging in 1 time across a couple accounts, okay? Is it a lot? Yes, okay? Can you do it? Yeah. Log in 1 time a day? Yeah, you can do that on your morning bathroom break. Come on now. I'm a little bit intense. I will log on around 3 to 4 times a day, okay? If I'm working 2 to 3 times easily a day. So if I'm logging in 3 times a day, gathering food, I'm gathering 425 million food. If I'm logging in 5 times a day, I'm gathering over 500 million food. Or wood, because food and wood are the same node. If I'm doing stone, I'm gathering 300 million stone. If I'm doing it 4 times a day, 425 million stone. Over the course of a day. A day. How are people out of resources? How are you out of resources? Make a farm account. The first 3-minute intro scene, I get it. It sucks. It does. The first 2 weeks of grinding, it is not the most fun. Okay? Whenever you can fight all day and night because you locked in on your farm accounts, that's insane. You'll have the most fun. So gather a ton of resources. Make a bunch of farm accounts. If you don't have 5, you're probably not even in an A seed, right? You're probably in a C seed. You're a really super casual player, and I love that for you. If you're wanting to be in a high or just an A seed in general, you need at least 5 farms. If you're wanting to be an intense fighter, I suggest making more. I personally would probably do 2 to 3 farm accounts per march you throw on the field if you're an intense fighter. And me, I don't have the most KP. I'm at 2.7 billion kill points. I'm a pretty big fighter, okay? Now, I know I don't have a lot of resources up here. Again, I'm migrating. I gave out 14 billion something resources the other day for people to run for Zenith. So, I gave out a ton. Goodness, it was a lot. But, yeah, that's over the course of a day. Over 500 million food or wood. 400 million stone, or 190 million gold. And that's before bonuses kick in, okay? Like, whenever you go and gather, let's do it by this way. You're getting bonuses all the time. Like 5 to 20% bonus here on top of what you're getting already. So instead of getting 560 million for logging in 4 times a day, food or wood, I could be getting over 600 million food or wood every day I run them, okay? And it doesn't take long. Like these gatherers, let's just say your farms are not the best geared. Let's say it takes 2.5 hours to gather. You're gonna log in, do it in the morning, log in during your lunch break, do it then, log in right after work, do it then, right before bed, do it then. It only takes 5 or 10 minutes to log into all these accounts and send out gatherers. You don't have to do the forts. The forts are just an extra add-on buttload of resources, okay? So, let's say you don't want to focus on one, like, resource type. What then? Okay, that's fine. If I'm gonna log in 1 time a day, not focusing in on one resource type, if I'm gonna split it evenly for my accounts, all 20 of them, I'd be pulling in around 35 million food and wood, 26 million stone, and around 12 million gold. Okay? That's one time a day. 5 marches on 20 accounts. Okay? Let's say I'm doing it 4 times a day. It's around 140 million food and wood, 100 million stone, and 50 million gold. An absolute insane amount of gold. Okay? Do that over the course of a week? Gosh. I'm pulling in, let's say I'm logging in 3 times a day over the course of a week, focusing on food and wood. I'm pulling in 3 billion food or wood. If you're focusing on gold that week, 2.25 billion, or I'm sorry, not gold, stone, 2.25 billion stone. If you're focusing on gold, logging in 3 times a day, you're pulling in 1 billion gold. 1 billion. With a B. It's insane. Now, off seasons, whatever, you should be logging in on your farms. During KVK, don't log on them if you don't want to. That's totally fine with me. But off season, people will usually do multiple skips, like a month or 2 worth of skips. Okay? If you're logging in 3 times a day, over the course of a month, you could be pulling in 12 billion food and wood, 9 billion stone, or 4 billion gold. That's just for 1 month of gathering. 3 times a day. 3 times a day is easy. You do that now, plus a lot more on your main account, okay? Like, now, here's the biggest thing. Again, burnout. Try not to get burnt out. Try not to. If it's too much for you, don't log in. I personally love having a ton of farms, because if I don't want to log in that day, that's fine. I just won't do it at all. You can take a skip day. You can take a breather. If you're out with the family on the lake for the weekend, don't log in. Enjoy your time. If you have one farm account, you might need to log in, you know? If you have 15 farm accounts, gathering randomly throughout the day, you're killing it, okay? I think of it as numbers. The more I have, the less I have to log in. I still log in a stupid number because I love fighting, I love the game, I love making content for y'all. But if you know, are like a 1 or 2 March fighter, dude, just make a couple accounts and log in once or twice a day. Take a break here and there. Totally fine, okay? Totally fine. Just make a farm account, please. Like, I don't know how much I have to stress it, but just make a farm account. Now, again, logging in for a month, 3 times a day, 12 billion food or wood, 9 billion stone, or 4 billion gold. I do forts, like I was saying, every day. Around 20 forts a day, if not a couple more, okay? If I'm doing 20 forts across 20 accounts over the course of a month, I'm getting 4 billion extra mixed resources in my bag, not being able to get stolen. If I'm doing that over the course of a full skip, which is like 2 months and some change, that's 8 billion resources that cannot be taken. Just think about making farm accounts, please. I mean, in the course of this video, I've done 2 forts with all of my accounts. I'm about to start my 3rd. Like, just please, log in your farms, okay? Make a ton of them. Make them City Hall 17, or not 17, 11, or whatever gets you to 4 marches. Actually, I think it might be 17. And just get 4 marches. Do 11 and get 3 marches, and just log in a couple times. So that way you don't have to worry about leveling them up a whole bunch, okay? Because the more you level them up, the more resources you are investing into them. Just do a bunch of City Hall level 11s. Do them all in the same email if you want. Just log in while you're watching a movie. It'll take 5 minutes. Don't even train troops. I train troops. Don't even do that. It'll be even quicker. Just send the gatherers out and then log off. Please, do not message your whales saying that you need resources, okay? We all know how they're getting them, okay? Let them do them. You lock in on the farms. Please. Run the farm accounts up as I queue up this last fort. Like, run them up. It is not that much work. The first week and a half of leveling them up is work. That is true. I am not going to sugarcoat that. But please, log into the farms so we can all be chilling on resources. And now I know you're going to log into them and you're still going to be burnt out of resources. That's on you. Learn how to play. Learn how to not stretch yourself out so thin, okay? That is one big thing in this game that is a struggle for a lot of people. So, log on to the farms. I hope this video helped you out to see how much resources you could be getting, okay? If you enjoyed it, please smash that like button. It truly helps me out. If you're not already subbed, which a lot of y'all aren't, please hit that sub button down below. We are on our way to 1,000 subs. Love every single one of y'all. Have a great day. Take care. Peace.